Good morning. Welcome to the greenhouse. All my plants are going outside today. They're going in the ground. Woohoo! I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this day. I want you to look at how beautiful the tomatoes are. These are all from seed. They're nice and tall. Of course, I will bury them right about here. This is all different kinds of zucchini. This is peppers. I've got lots of peppers, jalapeno, bell peppers, mini bell peppers. This is all the cucumber plants. More peppers. I don't know why I planted so many peppers. And then this is squash, yellow squash, butternut squash. Then of course up here I've got more tomatoes and more peppers. I set out 96 tomato plants. I don't know what I was thinking, but I do that every year. So today is a big day. We're going to get everything in the garden. The chickens are going nuts because I'm outside early. The husband is aerating the yard with the lawnmower. And then of course the grandkids are coming over in a little bit. So I got a lot to do. I'm so glad to get this in the ground and get this garden going. So stay tuned and you can see what I'm doing. These are the fertilizers I'm using: blood meal, bone meal, and then of course my crushed eggshells. So a tablespoon of each will go in each planting hole. So this is the squash bed, and to prevent blossom end rot, I'm going to put also a tablespoon of the eggshell powder in the squash, zucchini, tomatoes, cucumbers. Every hole got a good dose of minerals and fertilizer. When you have back issues, you got to plant smart. So instead of digging all these holes for the tomatoes with my back bent over, I pulled out the post hole diggers. Worked perfect. Got it?
Got it.
All right, welcome to my backyard garden. We'll start off here by the greenhouse. Got some new pretty lavender plants. This is the clematis that comes back every year in blooms, and it's so pretty. Then I just filled in this bed with flowers because I really want a lot of pollinators. And then all of the plants that I had in the greenhouse are now in the ground. So we'll start here at this end, and I've got Amish paste tomatoes in this bed with some cucumber that's going to grow up over that trellis. I've got carrots in this tub. This bed over here has got peppers around the edge. I believe those are the mini bell peppers. Then I've got sunflowers planted in here that should grow up into this and stay upright. But the rest of this is wildflowers. So we'll move on down here. Anything that I could find, I wanted to put a plant in. I've got a tomato in this planter. And then in here, y'all know I had 96 tomato plants I grew from seed, so I'm trying to put them everywhere. But I've got tomatoes in here. Again, cucumbers going up there. I've got cucumbers here, pickling, and then some regular green cucumbers, but mostly pickling. Bed on both sides, and this is my Swiss chard bed and my mustard, and I love cooked mustard. I've got onions in the pots, and then we'll walk down to the cabbage patch. This is 3 different kinds of cabbages, and this is the first year that I've been able to get cabbages to head up, so I'm real excited. I did have netting over them, but I wanted you to see. Come get a close-up of the cabbage. This purple cabbage is doing great. No bugs yet. And we'll come around over to this bed, and I've got the prettiest cabbage head over here. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Little cabbage head. Most of them have heads on them. I've got bunching onions here. I've got spinach down the middle. And then this is romaine lettuce that's ready to pick. So I'm going to make a big salad and use the spinach and the lettuce. Then this bed with the teepee in it, it has purple hull peas around it, and they'll grow up the trellis. And then I stuck some squash plants inside here. Okay, then over here is the tower planter. And I had a hard time figuring out what to plant in this, and I got some really good ideas from people. So I started the top with patio tomatoes. Then I've got chives, and I've got some parsley. And then this is 2 different kinds of oregano, and it's doing great. This is marjoram. Then in the bottom I put bush beans. So I'm really anxious to see how that works. And then I've got more herbs all the way around it. I've planted some lemon thyme in there by seeds, and it hasn't come up yet. So I'm getting really excited about this tower now. I've got herbs all in front of the coop. This is lemongrass, which makes a nice tea. And this is regular peppermint, which I like to take the leaves and make tea with them. And then I've got loofah seeds back here, and I want the vine to grow up. And then I've got some squash plants in there. And then this is spearmint. And this is good if you just take a few pinch of these leaves, wash them, put them in ice water. Oh, so good. All right, we're gonna move over to these 2 teepees. Again, I've got purple hull peas all the way around, and I've got so many pepper plants. I stuck a bell pepper in each in the middle. So that's purple hull peas. We've got to go back and put string around this one. Now these are the new beds that my sweet husband that's filming this made. So I've got zucchini in here, and I'm going to try to grow the zucchini upright. Well, I've got these cages on them. Then I've got yellow squash over here. And I'm going to be planting dill in all of these vacant places, and dill is a good bug deterrent. And I'll be putting some dill in there. I've got it in the greenhouse. Then these 2 narrow boxes are pole beans. So I'm hoping that it will grow all the way over. I've got beans on both sides, and they've come up. Then I've got peppers here. And then this is calendula, and this is a great deterrent for pests. So I've got that in this bed. So I'll bring you back in probably June, into May, June, and hopefully this will be all covered. So I really like this. We're going to head over to the other side of the yard. Now over here is my whole tomato bed. So I have 3 kinds of tomatoes. I have beefsteak, Better Boy, Celebrity here. And I've gone ahead and put cages around them because I don't want an animal to get in here and mess up my plants. But they were all planted yesterday. Here is more peppers. This is turnips. So I need to thin this out. I hope to get a good crop of turnips. And all through the garden, just about between every tomato plant and here I have marigolds, and that keeps the bugs out as well. And over here, I've stuck in some basil and then a row of collards. And then back towards the back, I have spaghetti squash here. And I also have butternut squash planted in another part of the garden. But what I hope to do is have it trail over this fencing. And then the last thing are my potatoes. And they're so pretty. I'm so excited. Look at these potatoes. I've got 12 buckets. I planted these the end of February. And I'm just really hoping for a good crop. These are red potatoes, and it's very easy to do. And so as soon as this vine dies down, turns yellow, I'll start digging up potatoes. So I think that's everything right now. Can you think of anything? All right, thank you for watching.